in things without evidence, the world would be a terrible place, wouldn't it?
What if everyone did DMT, though?
What about allegory of the cave?
Do you think that makes a difference?
What about what?
The allegory of the cave.
Yeah, what about the allegory of the cave?
Well, when he went out and saw the world and brought it back to everyone else, he was murdered because they didn't believe him. And they said, no, that can't be. So he was murdered because of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
I don't understand how that plays into your point.
Because she's talking about, I think, how you were like basing your lack of belief in her.
Well, it's just like faith. Faith is not on evidence. Faith is something that's, you know, we're governed by invisible energies. If we just talk science for a moment, we're dealing with gravities. We sit on these chairs and not floating around because we're affected by an invisible energy.
Yeah,
but
that's not because you have faith in gravity.
But I'm saying
whether you
that
had faith in gravity or you did not have, hang on, let me ask you this. If you had zero faith in gravity, would you still be in that chair?
It's not, faith isn't part of a science method. Just like telepathy. I don't have to have faith.
No, faith is a part of the scientific method. Absolutely. It's a constructed method. You have to have faith that it works. That is true.
You don't know until you've actually discovered something that it's actually real, because I'm kind of a doubting Thomas. So until these circumstances happen, like me going to the zoo and asking the snow leopard, like, how are you doing? And she said, well, that's a silly question. How do you think I'm doing? I'm bored, lonely, and I miss companionship.
Yeah, but you realize that there's an easy way that you could demonstrate this that comes to my head instantly. Like the easiest way in the world would be to go to a veterinarian's office and not have any of the animals diagnosed and ask the animal where it hurts. And when the animal told you where it hurt, you could then tell the doctor. They could run a series of tests and discover very quickly whether or not you were on point with the pain, right?
I've already done that with animals. That seems like it would be a
very, very easy way to demonstrate this.
And I've already done that with animals, right before they died, when they've been sick. So talking to an animal right before they die is very interesting because they tell me things that I wouldn't know, but the parent of the animal knows. So if a little dog holding on for dear life says, I don't like your boyfriend, and then when I say to the woman, he's not going to leave until I tell you he doesn't like your boyfriend, then she starts crying, and then you deserve better than that. Then all of a sudden he shows me red Chinese pillows.
That sounds batshit crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about red Chinese pillows.
Your dog doesn't like your boyfriend.
Let me pose the challenge. Hang on, let me pose the challenge to you, right? Because I want to believe, right? I'm like Fox Mulder, right? I want to believe.
Okay.
I am willing to fund. I will call around and find a veterinarian. I will bring you down to the veterinarian's office and have you talk to the animals and diagnose where their pain is with whatever their deficiency is. The veterinarian will know what the problems are, but you won't. What do you think your success rate will be?
It really depends on the animal, because I never impose myself on an animal. I always ask for permission to talk, because some animals are private, just like people are. And most animals know what's going on with them. Like when I talked with a cat, and their human parents thought all the doctors told them the cat was dying. And when I went to go talk to him, he basically said, I have a really bad stomach ache. If you stop giving me the drugs, I'll get better. But I do like the new cat food. And then I asked him some other questions that his parents, he ended up living a couple years after that. So I started talking to animals in Santa Barbara before I went on to different countries in the 90s. And I did it out of necessity when humans have used all possible measures to try to find out what's going on with their animal. And then they'd say, well, we don't believe you can talk to...
Let me try it a different way. Let me try it a different way. Let me maybe do a different angle here.
Okay.
I am very skeptical of your Dr. Dolittle-like skills when it comes to talking with animals. Okay, I'm just going to be blunt and honest with you. What could you do that could demonstrate for me, somebody who has a high degree of skepticism, that's true, but is very open-minded to the fact that there is a possibility for things like telepathy, extrasensory perception. Like I said, I want to believe. How would you demonstrate to me that that's real? That you can actually telepathically speak to animals?
Could I add something very fast?
Hang on. Let her answer the question very quickly.
So I'm not going to answer that specific question.
No. Let her answer real quick the question I asked her.
You mean Dove? I'm actually working on submitting something that's a proposal to prove it in a movie. So with a captive orca, I'm working on a proposal to actually go there undercover and communicate, ask her questions, and then do investigative journalism and actually film it, showing, because most of the time I've talked to animals, I haven't had a camera person there filming me, right?
That seems awful convenient, right?
What do you mean awful convenient?
Well, I mean, it seems that if you had been talking to animals for many, many, many years of your life, that wanting to show people the skill and having it well documented would be something that would be a top priority, wouldn't it?
No, because for many years I was shy and I just thought I assumed everyone could talk with animals like I did. So I didn't know that people couldn't.
I do have to move things on, Andrew.
Well, I do have to ask this one last question.
Final thing?
Yeah.
How did you come to the assumption that other people could talk? I mean, surely you talk to other human beings, and I mean, any time that you may have mentioned this insane skill of being able, like, I mean, from their perspective, it would be an insane skill that you could talk to animals. If you just mention it to them, surely everybody you have ever spoken to about this has told you that they cannot talk to animals, right?
No, that's not true. Like, I teach a class online, and someone who took my class last month went to the beach.
Speaking of, we can
how much is your class?
You have a website, right? We can pull it up. It's
dolphingirl.org.
Okay.
Yeah. How much is the class? If I wanted to take a class so I could learn this skill, how much would I pay for that?
$50. 2 hours.
$50. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much would it cost to like have you come with me somewhere? I want an octopus. I want to see an octopus. So
we can talk about that later. Because let's talk like
Tell me
that
about
one person
my
said.
dead family member pets later.
Because everyone wants to talk about dating, and dating is you're using all the animal skills. We're using animal sense when we interact with humans, because we're sensing them, we're deciding whether or not we like them, we're watching body, we're doing all the things that animals do in the wild. So it's kind of, that's the beautiful thing about humans.
Have you ever thought, though, at one time, like, maybe I'm just having a conversation with myself, but it sounds dope. I wish that this dog was saying this to me, but it's really like a fantasy in your head. Have you ever came to that realization ever?
No, because I tested out.
Morgan a wink donated $200. Morgan is major babe status. 10/10. Would wife. Would let her ride my face to Timbuktu. I would drag my balls through 1,000 miles of broken glass shards just to hear her fat walkie-talkie.
Morgan, I'm so sorry.
Oregon.
He said, Morgan Simp, give us a wink. Do you want to wink into that?
She's like, double blink.
That was good. Okay. All right. Oh,
Morgan Simp give you a wink donated $200.
Sorry, I got triggered twice. Okay, awkward.
Well, that's nice. You have a fan.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, cool. Here, pull up the website really quick, then I got to move things on. So you pet talk with your pets. So it's not just dolphins you can communicate with. Is that a lynx? Do you have a lynx? Is that a? Make it bigger, Nick.
That's a lion head bunny. I was going to bring her tonight.
No, the black one?
Oh, that is a cat that I met in Hawaii.
Okay, I see. So you can. Are there any animals that are precluded from talking to? Like some, you just can't get through to.
No, I had a falcon like in New Zealand, 2 wild falcons.
No, but has there ever been an animal like honey badgers? You just can't get through to them.
She can get through them all because
like
she's
a crab.
She's talking to them all right here.
I haven't. To me, it's like always the first time. I kind of doubt it until it happens.
Wait, question: if there was a lion or a tiger that was inclined to attack you, could you like stop it with your skills? Like,
hopefully.
No, but like, could you talk to it and be like,
"Hey, back the fuck up."
I did that with a shark. So when I was in the water with a shark and some dolphins.
And you told the shark, you're like, "Chill the fuck out, bro." I said, "That's close enough."
And so the shark just came towards me and then veered right when I said that's close enough.
So now you have to ask her about the bear or the man in the woods.
It also senses energy. Like we sense energy.
It's like,
Well, last question. Do you use any tools for the job? Do you have like focusing crystals, wands, anything like that you use, which assists you with the telepathy?
She has a dolphin
We're already
necklace.
built to be able to communicate. Everyone is built. Scientifically, we're all built with our DNA and our cells because the 70 trillion